how is starting a business sort of like, well, looking at a bicycle's wheel?
Yeah, I wrote an article once that was published in the Costco Connection called "The Entrepreneur's Wheel," and in it I was addressing a situation where I have clients come to me and say, "I have a great idea for a business. I'm going to start a business." And I remember having a meeting with a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and he said, "Well, a great idea is about 15% of a successful business." Only 15%. And as we talked over the hours, I understood what he was saying. So I kind of took that conversation and wrote this article. And what I realized is there's about 8 different major areas to a business that you have to get right. If you get one of them wrong, you probably will fail. You may not, you may be able to survive. But if you have 2 or 3 wrong, it's kind of like a wheel. If you take a 1/8 section out of that wheel, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, you take a couple out, the wheel doesn't spin. And a lot of people don't understand that. You can have just 1 or 2 flaws to a business strategy. That's all it takes to destroy your business. Better to know beforehand. So run your business idea through at least this lens, these 8 things we're going to talk about first.
Okay, what are some of the most important aspects of this wheel, the most important spokes of this entrepreneur's wheel?
Yeah, so I'll start with the first one was a great idea. You got to have a good idea. You can't just go out and say, I'm going to sell muffin tops or something like that. It's probably not going to go very far. One person, I remember he called me, he says, I'm going to start a pet store. Well, okay. Do you have a good location? So that's one of them. No, I'm kind of off the road. You can't really see me from the road. Well, what about your competition? Well, there's a PetSmart only a few blocks away. Or do you do specialty? Do you like snakes or birds or something? No, just general stuff. Well, your price is better? No, they buy in bulk. I can't do that. I just stopped him right there. I said, what are you doing? Well, I really like animals, and I hear if you start a business, that's the way to make it in this country. I'm like, not that business. And so you got to have a great idea. You have to have the right financing and cash flow. You got the best idea in the world, and if halfway through it you don't have enough money, you run out, guess what? It fails. The next one is marketing, product placement, branding. Again, you have the best idea. I remember sitting at this office thinking to myself, gosh, I'm the best kept secret in the area as far as financial planning, because no one knew who I was. Then I got on the radio. Now a lot of people know who I am. So marketing can be so important. And anymore, it's not just a yellow page ad or a business card or even a website. That's just 101 stuff. It's got to be stuff like we're doing right here. It's a way of marketing. People get to know you. The fourth one is accounting and reporting. If you don't have good accounting, and it's kind of like flying blind. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you've been. You got to have good reporting and good metrics on that. The next one is management, vision, leadership. I think of some of the analogies there. It's like an NFL team without a head coach, a church without a pastor. You got to have a leader. You got to have a management. You got to have people that make good decisions like that. The next one is you could have a great business. Everybody loves it, but it's not profitable. You won't sustain yourself. I make the best pies in the world. I sell them for $10. I sell 1,000 a day. How much does it cost you to make that pie? $12. Oh, that business probably isn't going to make it. You didn't assign profitability. It won't continue. Now, nonprofits, they have to break even at least. Businesses have to make a profit. The next one is your engineering, manufacturing, kind of your quality control. What happens when things go wrong? Boeing's dealing with that right now. Their quality control on the Max jet, that almost really set them back, because how they respond to that can make or break the company. Finally, it's the timing. You got to have everything working for you, and you got a real estate developer, everything's perfect, and then it's 2008, and you've got 200 lots out there that are half-built houses. Your timing kind of stunk. A year later, you'd be probably the richest person I know, but your timing wasn't right for what you were doing. So those are the basic 8 areas, and some of the things, any one of them go wrong in your business, it can sink the business. So make sure all 8 are working.
Brian, if you do not know about all these 8 aspects, the entrepreneur's wheel, are there sources that you could go to help with this?
Yeah, sure there is. You can get help starting a business. There's anything I talk about here, people are often ask me, aren't you worried about putting all this out there? It's kind of your secret sauce, your superpower. I said, everything I talk about you can look up online. Maybe not the judgment stuff, but pretty much all the information is out there. So, you can Google stuff, get some help that way. But my advice would be that if you're thinking about starting a business, put yourself through this entrepreneur's wheel just as a start. Make sure you have a business plan and make sure you challenge yourself on every aspect. Don't go, oh yeah, that one I'll just forget about that. Well, that one's going to be the one that comes and bites you later. So challenge yourself to go through all of these 8 attributes.
So make sure your entrepreneur's wheel has some pretty strong spokes in it. Brian, thanks for telling us more about this.